Hi, I'd like to discuss some natural remedies for migraines with you today. And the purpose of this video is not to ignore all the advice you've been given by healthcare professionals, by your doctor, by chiropractors, by neurologists about what medication to take. It's just something that you can do in addition to possibly taking the medication. Hopefully you create a high degree of control over your migraines. Now, migraines is a very common condition, and it's estimated 1 in 7 people suffer from migraines from time to time, severe or mildly, but definitely suffer from migraines. And for those of you who do not know, migraines are essentially a very, very intense headache, often located one side of the skull, sometimes behind the eye as well. It's associated as well with nausea, with vomiting, with sensitivity to light. So you can't stand bright light, you can't stand sound either. So often people struggling with migraines have to retreat and go into a dark room and lay there until the episode of migraine has passed. And a lot of times people also have this aura, and that can differ from individual, but a common one is when the visual field really becomes really narrow, and it looks like someone can only peep through or peep through a keyhole, and that's about the visual field that they have. So those are quite common signs for migraines. Now, we know some triggers, and with those triggers I'm trying to give you some natural remedies for the migraine. So one of the triggers that we know exists with migraines is food. So we know the chocolate, we know alcohol, and we know cheese. There's a few more, quite individual ones, but these ones are common ones. So the first thing you need to do, or you should be doing, is maybe keep a food diary and see what kinds of food you've eaten, and see if the migraines have followed eating a certain type of food. That's the easiest way to determine if food is a trigger for you. The second one is stress. Stress really can bring on a migraine as well, especially if you're susceptible to migraines anyway. So you need to have some stress combating therapies or some relief. So meditation is a very good one. Focus on breathing. Often when people are stressed, they tend to breathe high up in the chest and not from the tummies. So that's like a chest breathing, and that's a tummy breathing. So lay on your back, bend your knees, and really put your hands on your tummy and really try to breathe from your tummy, and that will help to alleviate some stress as well. A hot bath will help to alleviate as well. Maybe going out for a run, do some exercise. All of them things can help you with dealing with stress as well. There's recently some studies have been published that show that there's a link between digestive problems and migraine. So you're talking, for example, about IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or celiac disease. Now, in case of IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, you could try something called the FODMAP diet, FODMAP, FODMAP diet, and that tends to calm down the bowel, and hopefully by doing so you can control your migraines a little bit with that. Another trigger that we know are hormones. So imbalance of hormones, estrogen dominance can lead to migraines. When you have an onset of migraine during your menstrual cycle, I mean, that's obviously a big trigger that you think, okay, actually hormones do actually play a big part in this as well. When you've got some migraines during your pregnancy or postpartum, and when you had a migraine that began or stopped when taking birth control pills. I mean, all these things pinpoint to a hormonal involvement with your migraines. Now, there are a few things you can do. You can partly control your estrogen level by eating some foods which are rich in estrogen, and I'll give you the top 6 foods for that, ranking from high in concentration of estrogen to lower concentration. Number 1 is tofu, and you can try tofu. Number 2, what you can try and take is flax seeds. Sesame seeds is number 3. Soybeans is number 4. Hummus, number 5, and number 6 is garlic. So you can try and add those foods to your diet to see if that makes a difference with your migraines, if you know there's a hormonal component responsible for migraines with you. The 5th trigger is a trigger that we call idiopathic, which is very unfortunate, but we just don't know what's causing it, so there's nothing to do about that one. The 6th trigger, which is also a known one, is the neck. The neck can also play a massive role in migraines. Especially imagine when you're sitting in front of a computer and you're hunched up and your shoulders touch your ears and there's tension in the back of your neck, and then there's an irritation going on in the neck and the muscles here, the nerves being pinched, and that can also trigger a migraine. And that's just something that we can help you with as chiropractors, and we can loosen your neck off. We can adjust it. We can do some gentle traction. We can release some tension in the muscles, giving you some stretches, for example. One of the stretches we could do is a stretch for your trapezius. When you hold on to in this case, I'm holding to the right wrist, I'm putting my right shoulder down, and I'm tilting my left ear to my left shoulder, and I'm holding this for 10 seconds, and I'm stretching out my upper trapezius muscle on the right side here. So I'm holding this for 10 seconds. I do 10 repetitions, and I do 3 sets. The same on the other side. So I'm pulling down my left arm here by pulling on my left wrist, and then going to my right side, right ear, right shoulder, and the same thing, 10 repetitions, hold it for 10 seconds and repeat 3 times. Another thing we can do as chiropractors is what we call medical dry needling, which is a very effective technique to release tension, top of your neck and top of your shoulders. It's acupuncture, medical dry needling works really well for this as well. So that's something we can help you with to do. I mean, postural improvement is something that can help. People walk around like this the whole time. Postural improvement, so strengthening the muscles between your shoulder blades, and make sure you're nice and upright, and take regular breaks. If you're sitting in front of a computer, take regular breaks every 25 minutes. Now there are 2 more supplements you can take specifically for migraines, which are vitamin B12, which is riboflavin. Take 400 milligram daily for at least 1 month, ideally for 3 months, so you can really see if it's made a difference for you. The other supplement you can take specifically for migraines is ginger, and it's about 1,000 milligrams a day. And ginger tends to help as well with nausea and vomiting. So those remedies, those supplements you can take specifically for migraines. And there's 3 anti-inflammatory supplements you can take as well. So they generally help with inflammation in the body. They might help with migraines as well, which is turmeric. You take about 1,000 to 2,500 milligram per day to help you to get the anti-inflammatory anti-inflammation in your body. You can use EPA fish oil. Take about 1,000 to 2,000 milligram daily. And the last one I can recommend is magnesium, because magnesium is a muscle relaxant and it's also anti-inflammatory. And I would just say take what's on the bottle. Good. I hope you found some value in this. I hope it will help you with giving you a high degree of control of your migraines, and wish you the best of luck with this. Bye-bye.